We are now a few days out from the 2025 Western Australian election, so in this video we'll cover the key seats in play for the major parties, as well as what to expect on election night in terms of government formation and results. Given that a large political correction from 2021 is likely, there will be mostly swings to the Labour Party. As such, the first priority for the Liberal and National parties will be to win the seats they lost in 2021. So, let's go through them now. Of particular note are the seats north of the Swan River, starting with Churchlands and Nedlands, held on margins of 1.6 and 3.1% respectively by the Labour Party. Any swing back to the Liberal Party will leave these as the first gains of the night, with both seats being traditional Liberal heartland and never being lost to the Labour Party before the 2021 election. Of note for the future of the Liberal Party is the candidate for Churchlands, Basil Zempilas, a media personality and Perth Lord Mayor who is often seen as the next potential leader to replace current Liberal leader Libby Metton. Besides these two seats, other Northern Perth seats like Corrine, Scarborough and Hillies will also be a tough fight for the Labour Party if traditional voting patterns hold. These seats are all likely to return to the Liberal fold despite their relatively safe margins. Bateman, South Perth and Riverton have larger margins for the Labour Party, but still face a similar dilemma if traditional voting returns to pre-COVID patterns. Outside of Perth, the Liberal Party will be seeking to regain former leader Zac Kirkup's seat of Dawesville, lost to a large Labour swing in 2021. The Labour Party's Lisa Munday will likely struggle to retain the traditional Liberal seat against her Liberal opponent Owen Mulder in 2025. It is worth noting that the seat is increasingly becoming urbanised and is not as rural as it used to be. These demographic changes may favour the Labour Party in retaining the seat. Another Liberal loss in 2021, Kalgoorlie, will be a three-cornered contest between the Liberals, Nationals and the Labour Party, with the seat infamously having changed party at 5 of the last 6 elections, even electing an independent. With the abolition of the electorates of Moore and North West Central, the Nationals will be heading into the election with 3 national seats from 2021. Their chief targets will be to regain the 2 seats lost in 2021, Geraldton and Rowan Blackwood. Both seats will be difficult to defend for the Labour Party, given their recent streak of voting Conservative prior to the 2021 landslide win. Geraldton looks particularly interesting with the Liberals and Nationals, as well as an independent, trying to unseat Labour member and former TAFE lecturer Lara Dalton. Even if the Liberal and National parties regain all the prior seats, they will still be well short of toppling the Labour government. In order to come close, they will need to win Labour's 2017 gains, which now stand on eye-wateringly large margins. Perhaps the most competitive seat of this cohort is Darling Range, held on a margin of 14.1%. Having been won in the 2017 election by Labour's Barry Urban, the Perth Hills-based electorate underwent a by-election in 2018, with the Liberal Party winning 53.5% of the two-party preferred. The seat is traditionally Liberal and will be a difficult retain for the Labour Party. Other than Darling Range, the seat of Kalamunda looks just as competitive, with internal Labour sources showing concern despite the relatively comfortable 14.5% margin. While it is a traditional Liberal seat, Labour was able to narrowly gain the seat in 2017 and saw a decent swing to it in 2021. Given that the swing will almost certainly be against the Labour government, Kalamunda looks possible to return to the Liberal fold. Beyond Darling Range and Kalamunda, the Liberal Party will likely struggle to gain more traditionally battleground but Liberal-leaning seats like Bigden, Kingsley and Jandakot, with all seen on margins above 16%. Even if all these seats were to fall to the Liberal Party, the Labour Party will still have a massive majority, given that the remaining 2017 Balgore seats like Morley, Mount Lawley, Joondalup and Wanneroo all sit close to 20% margins for the Labour Party. It is highly unlikely that the Liberal Party will gain any of them. A good night for the Liberal Party would see these seats become marginal again, as they should be in more traditional times. However, the retention of these traditional bellwether seats for the Labour Party effectively ensures majority government and another term for Roger Cook. Overall, it is likely that the Liberal and National parties will regain the seats they lost in the 2021 landslide election and a few more of the more competitive 2017 cohort. However, it would ultimately take the Liberal and Nationals a larger Mark McGowan-style landslide victory to gain majority government, needing a seemingly impossible 23.4% uniform swing to gain power back from Labour, with 24 seats changing hands. To win, they will need to undo the prior two landslide defeats in one election, a seemingly impossible task to achieve. They would need to win back all the seats they lost in 2021, as well as gaining seats in more traditionally competitive battleground parts of Perth, which also saw the largest swings to Labour in 2021 and 2017. However, the main man behind those swings, Mark McGowan, is no longer the leader after his retirement in May of 2023. His Deputy Premier Roger Cook took the reign in a great time of turbulence, riddled by crime, housing, and cost of living. While he has not had the smoothest of premierships, the positive economic headwinds in Western Australia will assist in his re-election significantly. Many pundits have already called this election for the Labour Party. Although you can never be 100% sure to call an election before it's over, a mistake which many learnt in the Queensland 2015 election, based off current opinion polling, Labour is at 56% to the Liberals' 44%. This would be essentially a return to the 2017 landslide. As such, it is likely that the Labour Party will win a large majority government despite suffering huge swings against them.